Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Qur'an Voice. Qur'an Voice is a crowdsourcing platform that provides non-Arabic Muslims recitations for Qur'an. Your role here will be in assisting to annotate this data. Your contribution will help in building and constructing a big open source dataset for annotated Qur'an data. This data will be used for building different learning apps for Qur'an. In this video, we will go through the instructions that will help you in your journey that will be full of hasanat, inshallah. So what is required at this stage is to listen to audio clips of verses and dua. Then you need to annotate this data by clicking on one of the options. We have three main options: whether it's correct, has mistakes, invalid audio. And if it's invalid audio, there are other subcategories. Now, before we begin, it's preferable to do the task in a quiet environment with headphones, and if necessary, please try to listen to the recording several times before you select the option. Now, once you listen to an audio clip, please try to consider to look for if this recording is invalid or valid or invalid, and if it looks valid, does it have mistakes, and if there's no mistakes and you think it's correct, then this is very good. That's great. We select correct. So let's say that we want first to consider if it's invalid audio. What do we mean by invalid audio? Invalid audio has mainly 5 subcategories: incomplete, different verse, multiple verses, empty, not related, and yeah, so sorry, it's only four subcategories. Let's go through each of the cases and try to mimic the session. Okay, so here in this recording, we listen that the recording is okay. It's almost at-tahiyyatu lillahi wa. That's it. So this is dua, but I mean here it's invalid, and it's invalid because it's incomplete. So this is how we begin. We look, is it invalid? Before we consider if it's right or it has mistakes. We look for invalid at the beginning, the validity. So here it's incomplete. Let's move on to the next case. This case is different verse. Let's listen together.
من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
So what do we do here? Our brother here in the recording recited a different ayah, a different verse, different ayah. He recited the ayah من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه, while the recording should be ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا. So here what do? We click on invalid audio, and then we go and select different verse. Okay, good. Let's move on to multiple verses. Let's listen together.
والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا والأقيموا الصلاة وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Okay, Jazakallahu khairan, brother. So here, as we can see, the example should be only to recite wal asr. That's it.
while in the recording we hear our brother is trying to recite the whole surah. Again, we focus, is it valid or invalid audio, before considering the mistakes. So here it's invalid. Why? Because it has multiple verses, not because it has mistakes. So we consider the validity first. It's invalid. And why it's invalid? Because it has multiple verses. Great, let's move on to the fourth and last case or subcase in the invalid audio. Let's listen together.
And no one is comparable to him.
Okay, Jazakillahu khairan, sister. So here we hear a translation for the ayah or to the verse, while it should be in Arabic, not the translation, not the English translation. So we consider this as not related. So what do? We press invalid audio, then not related. And here again another case which is also not related. As you can see here, I'm not sure what our brother is trying to say or to recite here, but it's not related, so we press invalid and not related. And here is the empty case. Let's try to listen. Okay, so the recording is empty, so we press invalid and empty. Okay, so now let's consider, or let's suppose that we have recording and it looks valid. I mean, but it still has mistakes. So what do we do with this case? Simply just select has mistakes. So let's try this. Try to listen to this.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
Okay, so the answer here is incorrect. It could be incorrect for multiple reasons. I will not discuss why it's not correct, as you are the expert here, but it has multiple mistakes. It could be considered as incorrect because of the pronunciation is wrong with diacritics, or because of missing rules of tajweed. No, I mean, here we consider only the diacritics and spelling of the characters. But please, brothers and sisters, if there is, I mean, missing rules of tajweed, for now we don't consider this as a mistake. So we focus on diacritics and characters. I hope it's clear. So here our brother, the problem in this recording is not the tajweed. We didn't select has mistakes because it has a problem with tajweed, but because it has different issues related to pronunciation probably, or related to mistakes in diacritics or spelling. So here has mistakes. Let's listen to this.
من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه.
Okay, here in this verse, there are issues even in the spelling of characters. So we select has mistakes. And now let's suppose that we have, like, it looks perfect. I mean, perfect recording, and this is our dream in the future after building learning apps for reciting Qur'an, to have everyone, non-Arabic Muslim, of our brothers and sisters to recite correctly. So here let's consider that the recording has it's valid, so there is no invalid sub categories that match the recording, or there's even no mistakes. So in this case we just give it correct. So let's listen together.
إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. So here we just select correct. Now let's listen here.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Tabarakallah. So here also we select correct. So with this, let's summarize. So please, brothers and sisters, consider listening in a quiet environment with headphones, and probably listen multiple times to the recording, and check firstly if the audio is invalid. Then we move on to consider if it has mistakes or not. Then if it's not, then great, we just select correct. So with this we come to the end of this video. I hope it's useful for you, and see you in the next video, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.